Welcome back. You're watching Startup Street. Bombay Shirt Company, a fashion e-commerce venture, has raised $8 million from Mumbai-based venture capital firm Lightbox. Now launched in 2012, Bombay Shirt Company provides customers a one-of-a-kind solution to design and tailor their own shirts down to the last stitch, all at the click of a button. The business has now expanded to include multiple brick-and-mortar presences and is in the process of scaling up internationally. Now, to know more about the brand and the funding raised, joining me on the hot seat today is founder Akshay Narvekar. Akshay, many thanks for joining us on Startup Street. Now, you've raised $8 million in funding from Lightbox. Tell us, what do you intend to do with the capital raised?
There's a few things we'll do with it. I think one is to focus on distribution. We, over the years, have morphed into being more of an offline brand. But I think to sort of achieve what we want in terms of changing an industry, we need to build up our online presence and make that a lot more robust. And really focus on developing, and it sounds a little bit cliche, but developing a phygital omni-channel platform. Secondly, I think over the years, we've been a shirt brand, and we've resisted the temptation to get into other products. But I think the time is now for us to really look at horizontal expansion. So whether it be trousers, which obviously is the next logical expansion, whether it's categories like denim, which is the fastest growing category within the menswear space, we'll start experimenting with that. Because really, again, to be a personalization platform, we want to offer you, styling from head to toe. So that's kind of the second thing we'll be focusing on. And thirdly, to achieve all of this, we really have to invest in production and supply chain automation, because to do custom-made at scale can't happen, the way, let's say, mass production happens or small-scale tailoring happens. So we have to kind of figure out our own blueprint for how that might work. So we're investing a lot of time and effort in terms of machinery and really trying to figure out the operations for how this can be done automatedly.
All right, Akshay, now you're a customized apparel brand and have an omni-channel presence today. Take us through your growth trajectory, both online and offline.
So when we started in 2012, we started as an online-only brand, but very quickly realized there's a lot of impediments to that, right? There's the touch and feel aspect of the fabrics, there was measurements that people had to give us, and so, through necessity, we morphed into being an offline brand. And as we opened stores and they were somewhat successful, we continued to scale that model. But I think, like I said earlier, for us to really achieve what we want to achieve in terms of scale, this can't happen. This can't happen without focusing on the online. Offline is always going to be a linear trajectory, and we'll continue to do that. But the focus really is going to be on building out our web product.
Bombay Shirt Company functions as a hybrid online-offline model with an e-commerce website and I believe 16 brick-and-mortar stores. Take us to the revenue share, how much of it is online and how much of it is offline?
So it keeps changing, I guess, because as we open more stores, it skews more towards the offline. I wouldn't say it's very uneven. It's obviously skewed towards the offline. But again, I think the endeavor here is over the next 18 months or so to bring that back to a more equitable 50-50 mix.
So take us through the price range of your offerings. You've also started to cater to women now.
Again, from the very start, what we wanted to do is price our shirts at the price point that you pay for ready-made shirts. Because then the question to a customer really becomes, why would you ever need to buy a ready-made shirt again if you're getting something that's custom-made for you, fit to you, designed by you, and obviously all the positives that come, with that in terms of environmental and working conditions, etc. So we've tried to price it at that price point. But again, it's also predicated a lot on what the fabric that you choose. So while the price range starts at 2,000 rupees for your average shirt, it could go as high as 50,000 rupees for some really high-end fabrics. When it comes to women's, I think it's not a focus area for us, to be very honest. I think we're primarily known as a menswear brand. But that being said, if a woman was to walk into our store and wanted to buy something, obviously we would cater to them as well.
All right, Akshay, now, like you said, all your shirts are made from scratch once an order is received. You hold zero inventory. While it's a sustainable business model, you're also eliminating wastage at the same time. Take us to the other solutions you're working on that make Bombay Shirt Company one of a kind.
Yeah, so if you take that one step further, the no inventory model, what that allows us to do is to have stores with smaller footprint, because we don't have to carry any inventory through the stores. They're more, hubs for order taking, for that one-on-one connect with your stylist or the tailor in store. So it allows us to expand our footprint quickly without having to spend, vast amounts in terms of capex. And again, in terms of innovation, like I said earlier, we have to now build a robust production capability which can cater to all of this. and again, there's no blueprint for doing this. No one's really built a custom-made supply chain at scale. And so that's again really where we're going to try and innovate over the coming months and years.
All right, okay. So you have competition for brands like Threads and Shirts, Jeremy Argyle and Vitruvian. In this competitive space, Akshay, how are you marketing differently? Take us through the marketing tools implemented in 2019.
Yeah, so look, it is a very competitive space. I mean, we don't even look at custom-made players as being competition. We look at anyone selling a shirt as being competition. And at the end of the day, of course, all of us want eyeballs through sort of mass media and things. But really, it comes down to us being a personalized brand, and that means we have to offer personalized experiences. So whether it means in-store experiences, whether it means people experiencing our brand, or whether it could be an experience that's just related to the lifestyle of the people who consume our product, right?
Sure.
So, you know, excuse the pun, but I guess we have to tailor each experience to the vast sort of demographic that shops with us.
Yeah, okay. All right, so before I let you go, what are the future plans both in India and globally? What can we really look forward to in 2020?
You know, the first half of 2020 is really going to be spent in terms of building our infrastructure and making it more robust from a technology perspective, from a supply chain and production perspective, and you know, just getting the platform right. You know, we do have a couple of stores internationally now, so we have a proof of concept for how that might work, but we're really in no rush to utilize the money or grow very quickly. Luckily, you know, we have very patient capital in Lightbox Ventures. So I think really you'll see the effects of some of the things we're going to work on in the second half of the year.
Well, that was Bombay Shirt Company on the new round of funding. But with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to CNBC TV18.